I leave to various future times, but not to all, the Oracle of Many Paths. Hi, my name is James, and this is my newest deck called the Oracle of Many Paths. This is a 78 card tarot deck that also can be used as an oracle deck and also a numerology deck, and it's packaged in this sturdy gatefold box with custom embossments. On the inside of the box, there are two inscriptions. On the top it says, "There are many paths with many forks, all of which have led you here." And on the bottom of the box it says, "This is an oracle for those who seek reflection, a compass for those who seek guidance, and this is a map for those looking for adventure." Within the box is a hardcover book that can be used to both understand the deck but also add to your readings. I introduce the deck and I talk about making it, and then I also talk about paths and how paths inspired the creation of this deck, and I kind of break down how to read paths. And then I briefly go into the exploration of tarot and how tarot imbued this deck with an extra layer of meaning. And I talk about numerology a bit and go into the different numbers of the deck and also what the first 9 numbers plus 0 can symbolize. And then we talk about paths and how to interpret different types of paths. I also talk about reading the map as a whole when you assemble the image. And then I introduce 5 possible spreads that I created for this deck with the theme of paths in mind. And they can each give you a little bit of insight on different topics and themes of your life. And then the main part of the book is the card meaning pages. So each card has a page that has keywords, the paths that are present, the meaning of the card, the point of interest on the card, the lore, and also the numerology of the card. And so you'll find a quick guide in the back to link every card in the deck. You can use the numbers in the pink box to quickly reference each card. And then the full part of the full image is on the back of the book as well. And then within the box, there's a even smaller box. This tuck box holds the 78 cards of the deck so that they are in pristine condition. And the cards have this beautiful forest green gilding on the edges. And they also have rose gold accents on the front where it shows the number of the card on the bottom. And so I'm going to just flip through the cards of the deck and talk a little bit about the making of this deck and how it became to be what it is today. So I first set out making this deck back in 2022. I had the idea of creating one continuous large image. This was inspired by some of my previous decks like Prismavisions, where the minor arcana suits fit together to form a sweeping panorama image, and so I wanted to challenge myself even further and make all 78 cards in the deck fit together to form one massive image. I was also heavily inspired by RPG games and maps, and I wanted to create this cohesive, intertwined world that could be explored by the reader, but also had these really small vignettes and moments that could stand on their own. And so I kind of sculpted this map out of 6 different rows and 13 columns. And I split the 78 cards into segments. And then I used tarot to develop the story of this world that you slowly piece together through experiencing it, through doing readings and spending time assembling the map. And so as I was developing this map over the course of a few years, lore started to develop with it as well. And so that's why on each card page you'll see a small section on the lore of the card or the history or something that had happened in this region. And so by spending time with the deck, you can kind of piece together the different histories of this land and how it came to be and how it is the way it is today. But I don't want to give too much of that away because I do want some of this to be explored on your own when you're experiencing the deck for the first time in person. This project is currently on Kickstarter until June 19th, 2025. And after that, it will be available on prismavisions.com. along with the rest of my projects. Thank you for following along with this unboxing, and I hope you're excited to explore this new tarot experience.